everybody, and welcome to Movie Recaps with Brit. Today, we will be taking a look at a movie titled Jane. Without further ado, let's get started. On a cliff near the sea, Jane decides it's time to bring things to a close. After a few days, Olivia, Jane's closest companion, strives to maintain her usual routine while not allowing the sorrow of losing someone to affect her. She is an ambitious young woman who diligently applies herself in all her classes, exercises every morning, assists with Josa's charity, leads the debate club, and aspires to attend Stanford University. The combination of anxiety about college applications and excessive workload, without respite to cope with her grief, is beginning to have a negative impact on her well-being. This is especially true since she hasn't had a conversation with her neighbor Izzy in some time. Izzy, who used to be close friends with Jane and Olivia, distanced herself from them several months ago. As a result, Olivia had to confront the news of Jane's passing on her own. In school, Olivia refuses to appear vulnerable and chooses to disregard the whispers of other students, not wanting to admit that they affect her more than she shows. One day, Olivia visits Counselor Billings to inquire about why only 2 students from her school are selected by Stanford each year. Billings explains that it's merely an average and advises Olivia not to take it too seriously. Concerned about Olivia's preoccupation with this matter, she even went as far as examining past years' acceptance rates. However, Olivia views it as a game, where she is only playing her part. Later on, Olivia leads the debate club to another triumph in the regional championship. Mr. Richardson, the club's captain, is exceedingly proud and seizes the opportunity to introduce Olivia to Camille, a recent transfer student who will be joining the club. Despite not being in the mood to deal with new individuals, Olivia pretends to be welcoming for the sake of the team. Upon submitting her application to Stanford, Olivia finds herself repeatedly refreshing the website, but she eventually acknowledges that fixating on it won't be helpful and decides to go to bed. However, instead of sleeping, she searches for Camille on social media and becomes envious of the kind comments Camille receives from friends. The following day, during the breaks between classes, Olivia checks the Stanford website on her phone and is devastated to discover that her application has been deferred. This news pushes her towards a breakdown that she keeps bottled up, until she suddenly sees Jane in the middle of the hallway. Overwhelmed by these sudden emotional blows, Olivia ends up in the bathroom, feeling physically ill and vomiting. Camille happens to be in the bathroom too, and although she doesn't say anything, Olivia perceives it as karma mocking her. Subsequently, Olivia seeks out Billings and finally allows herself to shed tears. Billings wants to reassure Olivia that this situation is not the end of the world and hopes to support her through her grief. However, when Billings suggests the possibility of submitting a personal appeal to Stanford's administration board, Olivia seizes it as her next course of action and departs. Later, at the debate club, Olivia discovers that she isn't the first one there as usual. Camille is already present, engaging in conversation with Richardson. To exacerbate matters, Richardson pairs Olivia and Camille together for practice. Olivia simply wants to review their arguments, but she becomes even more annoyed when Camille offers assistance in correcting Olivia's writing, citing her experience in national competitions, which Olivia lacks. Camille believes her leadership skills would benefit the team, and this remark triggers an anxiety attack in Olivia, causing her to faint. When she regains consciousness a moment later, Olivia once again sees Jane nearby. However, another piece of unfortunate news awaits her. Richardson can see that she isn't well and advises her to rest, resulting in her absence from the upcoming tournament this weekend. Exceedingly frustrated, Olivia hastily heads to her car to vent her anger. Spotting her distress, Izzy pushes herself to offer Olivia a ride. Upon arriving home, Olivia attempts to exit the car after expressing a brief gratitude, whereas Izzy, desiring to improve the situation, embraces her tightly, shedding tears, and confesses how much she also misses Jane. The following day at school, Olivia overhears Camille mentioning that she's temporarily assuming the role of captain for the upcoming weekend, but she suspects Richardson will make it a permanent position due to Olivia's illness preventing her from functioning properly. Anxiety begins to overwhelm Olivia once again, causing her to catch a glimpse of Jane in the mirror. However, before she can dwell on it too much, she is surprisingly approached by Izzy, who wonders if Olivia needs a ride once more. Although Olivia doesn't require one, she seizes the opportunity and asks Izzy to join her for a coffee, reminiscent of their past times together. The girls engage in conversation, and Olivia takes the opportunity to vent her frustrations about Camille, prompting Izzy to search for information about her online. It is through this search that they discover Camille had been transferred because she had falsely accused her teacher of harassment at her previous school. Izzy believes Olivia should utilize this information to pressure Camille and make her back down, but Olivia considers it to be crossing a moral boundary. Over the weekend, Olivia attends the debate competition and becomes increasingly annoyed by Camille's outstanding performance, causing her to reconsider exposing Camille. She visits Izzy and reveals that she has come across Camille's court order, but she is uncertain about how to proceed without facing consequences. Izzy suggests creating an anonymous account on Connect, the widely used social media platform, and Olivia is enthusiastic about the idea. However, a wave of sadness engulfs them when Izzy retrieves her old computer and discovers that Jane had left her account logged in during her last visit. After the initial shock subsides, Olivia proposes using Jane's account for this endeavor, as it would further unsettle Camille, and Izzy agrees after contemplating the fact that Jane would likely find this prank amusing. They commence by sending Camille a private message, sharing a screenshot of the court order and accusing her of engaging in similar behavior with Richardson as she did in her previous school. The girls even incorporate Jane's account into their mobile phones to continue harassing Camille through direct messages during breaks between classes. Eventually, Camille is summoned to the principal's office. It cannot be mere coincidence, and upon checking social media, the girls discover that Camille's profile has vanished. Olivia experiences some guilt, but Izzy reminds her that this is precisely what she desired, prompting Olivia to approach Richardson with an innocent demeanor as she apologizes for her behavior the previous week and pretends to be willing to share leadership with Camille. Richardson is impressed by Olivia's maturity but informs her that Camille has transferred once again. Content with this turn of events, Olivia completes her appeal letter and shows it to Billings, who advises her that the letter lacks personal touch and is too plain. This immediately shatters Olivia's positive mood, which worsens when Mrs. West later informs the entire class that their papers were disappointing. In the afternoon, Olivia asks Izzy to hang out because she has come up with an idea. Utilizing Jane's account might be their solution for dealing with Mrs. West. Izzy questions if targeting a teacher would be going too far, but Olivia reminds her that Jane also despised West, who had always been unkind to students, suggesting that she deserves to be exposed. The subsequent day, Mrs. West initiates the class using a display that becomes compromised by Izzy, who shares light-hearted messages and posts pictures of West from social media while asserting that she leads a despondent existence. The entire class bursts into laughter, and West loses control, meticulously inspecting each student's computer in an attempt to identify the prankster, all the while resorting to name-calling. Olivia captures the entire incident with her phone, including the moment when West inadvertently strikes a student with her elbow. The girls upload the video on Jane's account, and it swiftly becomes viral, leading to West becoming embroiled in a scandal and ultimately deleting her own account. The subsequent morning, Olivia observes with contentment as West departs the school with her belongings due to being terminated from her position. The next time she encounters Jane in the hallway, she no longer feels fearful because she believes her friend would be proud. When Principal Rhodes visits the classroom to inquire about the details of the occurrence, Olivia informs her that everyone witnessed the same thing. The prank was impolite yet harmless, and West overreacted in an unsettling manner. Later on, Olivia and Izzy discover that Jane's account has amassed an extraordinary number of followers, a fact that would have brought a lot of joy to Jane. The notion of possessing such considerable influence is incredibly thrilling, leading the girls to utilize Jane's account for posting about various incidents they observe in school on a daily basis. They engage in actions that embarrass and cyberbully unsuspecting students, utilizing the guise of their deceased friend. However, things take an odd turn when a post surfaces on Jane's account that neither Izzy nor Olivia can recall creating. They attribute it to a momentary lapse of attention since they both vehemently deny sharing the password with anyone else. At a later time, Olivia stumbles upon Izzy hanging a Stanford flag as she has been accepted into the university. Izzy feels remorseful that she was admitted while Olivia wasn't, but Olivia reassures her that she's fine. However, once Izzy departs, Olivia succumbs to tears and perceives Jane's presence urging her to take down the flag. Olivia hastily rehangs it, but this moment lingers in her thoughts. When the subsequent debate competition arrives, Olivia's anxiety overwhelms her, hindering her performance, and leading to their defeat. In the evening, Izzy pays a visit to Olivia, bearing a bottle of wine. After spending some time together, Izzy reveals that she visited Olivia to accompany her to a gathering for moral support, as the event takes place at the residence of her former partner. Despite initial hesitation, Olivia agrees. Upon arrival, they observe that Izzy's ex has already moved on and is engaging in flirtatious behavior with Josa, who is widely regarded as a paragon of kindness. However, Izzy holds a different opinion, believing that Josa frequently flirts with everyone, including individuals in committed relationships, and suspects her of having a hidden addiction issue. When Josa attempts to greet Olivia, Izzy becomes envious and impolitely dismisses her, leading them to retreat to the restroom for Izzy to vent about Josa. To Olivia's astonishment, Izzy has also acquired an illicit substance. Olivia manages to persuade Izzy against consuming it, suggesting instead that they slip it into Josa's drink. This way, it would create an impression that Josa is not as innocent as others perceive her to be. Izzy finds the idea appealing and proceeds to mix some substances into a bottle of juice, which she then offers to Josa along with an insincere apology, suggesting they toast and consume the drink. The juice causes Josa to relax and enthusiastically dance with everyone. When the girls eventually pause, Olivia confesses to Izzy that this is the happiest she has been in months, and Izzy apologizes for having distanced herself from Olivia and Jane for a period of time. Both of them are overjoyed to rekindle their friendship, but their heartwarming moment is interrupted when Josa reacts negatively to the juice and loses consciousness. Amidst the anxious gathering, Olivia notices Jane capturing every moment on camera. Several hours later, Olivia's phone becomes inundated with notifications as Jane's account gains popularity with a viral video of Josa losing consciousness. Olivia and Izzy vehemently deny sharing the video, and in fact, they have no recollection of even recording it. Olivia believes they should refrain from further posting until the situation subsides, but Izzy reaches her limit and erases Jane's profile. Upon returning home, Olivia disregards her parents' apprehension and retreats to her room, where she witnesses Jane tinkering with her computer. The following morning, Izzy and Olivia discover that someone has mysteriously reactivated Jane's account. Furthermore, they learn that nobody at school believes Josa's drink was tampered with. Instead, they speculate that Josa caused the incident herself. Izzy attempts to deactivate Jane's account once more, but despite her persistent efforts, it continues to resurface. Consequently, Olivia implores Izzy to overlook it and focus on aligning their narratives. Rhodes invites Olivia to her office for inquiries, and Olivia vehemently declares that she witnessed nothing unusual at the party and refrained from engaging with Jane's account after her demise. This lie is supported by Jane's presence in the office, urging Olivia to keep it confidential. While leaving, Olivia accidentally overhears Rhodes conversing with a computer expert over the phone, seeking assistance in uncovering the IP addresses associated with Jane's account. Perceiving this as a potential threat that could bring her down, Olivia flees the building in tears, with Jane's visage haunting her in every passerby before succumbing to unconsciousness. Izzy discovers Olivia and brings her to her residence to aid her recovery. During this time, Olivia seizes the opportunity to confide in Izzy about the IP investigation, which prompts Izzy to consider the notion of confessing in order to mitigate the scandal's impact. However, Olivia rebuffs the idea, fearing that coming clean would jeopardize her chances of admission to Stanford. Instead, she devises a plan. Olivia visits Izzy's father's office to inspect the router using a VPN site, only to stumble upon an array of Stanford merchandise, leading her to ponder if Izzy gained admission through connections rather than merit. Upon finding Olivia in a state of frustration, Izzy resorts to deception and assures her that there's no cause for concern, as she has verified her parents' usage of a VPN service, safeguarding their IP addresses. The subsequent day, Olivia decides to grab some coffee and coincidentally encounters Camille, who seeks a moment to apologize for her previous demeanor during club meetings. Camille reveals that her mental state was unstable when she transferred due to experiencing harassment from a teacher at her previous school, which was subsequently covered up by the faculty, portraying it as her own fault. Overwhelmed by guilt, Olivia starts to see Jane once more, prompting her to hastily seek refuge in the restroom and succumb to a breakdown. In her reflection, she envisions Jane's presence, leading her to vent her anger by shattering the mirror. Upon returning home, Olivia proceeds to delete all the posts she had made on Jane's account, all while being observed by Jane herself. The following day, Izzy approaches Olivia and mentions that Josa was accepted into Stanford. This revelation leads Izzy to question whether Olivia intentionally orchestrated the party incident to jeopardize Josa's entry to Stanford, due to personal jealousy. Olivia vehemently denies any involvement, and once Izzy departs, she retrieves her computer to compose an email to Rhodes, accusing Izzy of being the mastermind behind Jane's account. Yet, Olivia finds herself unable to proceed with sending the email and ultimately abandons the notion. Later in the day, while preparing for another debate competition, Olivia receives a call from Izzy, who is livid after discovering that the VPN excuse was a falsehood and noticing the deletion of all of Jane's posts. This leads Izzy to believe that Olivia intends to shift blame onto her, prompting her to contemplate confessing to Rhodes first. Determined not to be caught off guard, Olivia makes the decision to drive all the way to Izzy's location in an attempt to dissuade her from confessing. However, Izzy has grown tired of Olivia, accusing her of evading personal issues by hiding behind Jane's ghost. As Izzy reaches for her phone to contact Rhodes, Olivia intervenes and a struggle ensues, resulting in both girls falling into a pool while fighting over the device. Driven by her fixation on winning, Olivia unintentionally exerts force on Izzy underwater, tragically leading to Izzy's drowning. Overwhelmed with grief, Olivia weeps inconsolably, but a reminder from her smartwatch about the impending competition prompts her to compose herself and devise a plan. After discreetly placing 2 bricks in Izzy's pockets, Olivia positions her lifeless body in the center of the pool, creating the illusion that Izzy took her own life. Following this, Olivia proceeds to shower and dons a dress she finds in Izzy's wardrobe, ensuring that any evidence of her presence in the house is meticulously eliminated. Finally, she seizes Izzy's computer and utilizes it to make posts on her social media account, simulating a confession wherein Izzy admits to using Jane's account, and expresses remorse for the harm caused, ultimately deciding to take her own life. With her tasks completed, Olivia hastily returns to the competition, where she astoundingly dominates her opponents, securing her team's spot in the national tournament. As the celebration ensues, news of Izzy's demise spreads through social media channels, leading to Olivia being escorted home to engage with the authorities. The authorities accept her account, swayed by her fabricated tears, and inquire about the conversation she had with Izzy earlier. Olivia lies that her companion simply desired to offer her well wishes. Days later, Olivia completes her appeal to Stanford, recounting her connection with Izzy as a sad story, and a foundation of personal motivation. She claims to aspire to pursue a college education in the field of mental health, driven by her desire to assist individuals who experience similar hardships to her two deceased friends. During the upcoming debate contest, Olivia catches a glimpse of Jane in the audience, wearing a proud smile that reveals her satisfaction with Olivia achieving her desired outcome. Thank you for watching our movie recap. While it may seem simple, it actually took a lot of hard work and dedication to produce. If you enjoyed the video, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated on our latest content and help us continue creating more in-depth analyses and critiques of the movies you love. Thank you again for your support.